Hey guys, today we're going to be doing an experiment dealing with polar bears. I've always wondered, how in the world do they stay warm? Because they live in cold places. So let's think about it for just a minute. What do polar bears look like? I think they're white. I know they're white. They have fur. Where do they live? Like what kind of temperatures, what kind of atmosphere? That's the area around them. What is that? Would it be like? Cold, definitely cold. You would see snow, you would see ice, all of those things. So how does a polar bear stay warm? Well, we're going to find that out today. I'm going to attach a link for a YouTube video to this video site, and you'll be able to go there and watch a short video. It's about 4 minutes long, and it tells all about polar bears. Some polar bears get up to 1,500 pounds. That's almost a ton for a polar bear. Now, they still are not the largest bear found in the world. The black bear is. But today, let's think about polar bears. Now, polar bears stay warm because they have a layer of fat underneath their skin, underneath their fur. And that fat is called blubber. Now, their blubber is about 4.5 inches thick. That's about that thick. So that much fat. Now, you say, how does that make it any better? Well, fat is made up of a lot of oils and grease and things of that nature. So today we're going to do an experiment to figure out how this works. For the experiment, and you can do this at home, it's really easy. You're going to need a container that has ice, and we're going to put some water in that ice. Why in the world would we put water in ice if we're doing a polar bear experiment? Because we're trying to figure out how they stay in the cold, and what's colder than ice and water? It's really cold. You also will need 3 Ziploc bags. Okay, I have 2 that are small and one that's a little bit bigger. You're going to need it large enough that you can put your hand in. You need 1 bag large enough to put your hand in. Okay, so see, I can put my hand in there. The other thing that you're going to need is you're going to need some Crisco oil. Now, I just bought a small pack of the baking kind of Crisco. It's a white flat block. This is going to represent the blubber of a polar bear. Now, because you got water, I've also got a nice towel. So make sure you have something to wipe up in case the water goes over the edge. Now, here's what the experiment does. We have to figure out which would be warmer. If I were to put my hand in this bag by itself and stick it in the cold water, do you think my hand would get cold really fast? Well, let's try it out and see. All right, so I have my cold water. It has ice with the water. I'm going to take my hand and stick it in, and I'm going to count to 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's getting cold. 9, 10. Oh my gosh. My hands are chilly. That hand is really cold. Okay. So I'm going to take my bag off of my hand. All right. It got really cold, and if you try this at home, you'll see just how cold it gets. And maybe you want to set a timer and do it for longer than 10 seconds. You may want to do it for a minute. Then you can really tell the difference. Now, for my second experiment, we said that polar bears have a layer of fat, or blubber. Blubber is the word for fat. Do you know of another animal that might have blubber to help keep them warm or help keep them in a good environment? I'm thinking probably whales. Whales definitely have blubber that help them out. Now, the way we're going to test this is I'm going to take my Ziploc And I'm going to take part of my Crisco oil, my shortening lard, if you want to call it that. I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to put it in my small Ziploc bag, okay? So I've got it in my small Ziploc. I'm going to seal it up. You may have to get an adult to help you seal it up. Now, here comes the fun part. We get to squish. Okay, I'm squishing. Now, I have flat oil. Now, this is like our blubber. This is like our area of blubber that protects us from things. Just like with the polar bear, it has that layer of fat that makes sure that the heat doesn't escape. Kind of like a blanket. When you put a blanket on and you keep it on, it takes that heat and traps it in. So let's see what the difference is this time. Now, I'm taking my hand, I'm putting it on the back of the oil, and I'm going to stick it in that big Ziploc, just like that, okay? Now, you can do this two different ways. The first way I'm going to do is this way, where it's just one-sided. I'm going to take my hand and stick it on that one side in the water and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is amazing. I never even felt the cold. None at all. No cold hit my hand at all. But in the first time, I stuck my hand completely in. So let's do this. We're going to take the other little Ziploc bag. We're going to take a little bit more of the oil, and we're going to put it in that bag. Okay? So I'm taking some of the oil, dropping it in. I'm going to clean my fingers off. Okay? Zip it up. And now we get to squish again. Squish, 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 squish. Oh, I got to get some of that air out. You want to make sure it'll lay flat. Okay, so I'm squishing. Alrighty. Now, this time, I'm going to put both of the oils in the bag. Okay, so I have it, so it kind of has a separate layer. I'm going to put my hand between those two small bags. Okay, so I've got my hand between the two, and now I'm going to stick it completely in the water. And I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Absolutely amazing. I never even felt any cold. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. So, if you want to find out more about polar bears, make sure to look at the video that I put in the link of the video. That's going to be attached at the bottom of this. And then try this out at home and make your own experiments. Try different times. Try different kinds of bags. Try just your hand and cover it with oil and stick it in and see how it happens. This is awesome. So I want to say thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.